Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about the Wonder Woman family and why I so hard about Wonder Woman and stuff like that. For me is I feel like Wonder Woman's been underrepresented for a long time, even though she's part of the original Trinity. It seems like DC be afraid to do anything with her, and it's been feeling like that for what since the late 2000s. I would probably say around like 2008, I believe. It feels like they kind of like slowed down on Wonder Woman herself, and her family and all that good stuff. I don't know why that is, but it's getting kind of annoying. um I mean, when you got one of the most highlighted women of comic books, the first superhero woman in comic books, you would think they would do a little bit more interesting things with her, but it seems like they don't really try or whatever. I can name way more Superman and Batman villains than I can Wonder Woman, and I've been reading Wonder Woman and stuff like that, just not as much as Batman and Superman, because they don't really give her much, especially in this current times or whatever. Yeah, you got Wonder Woman Rebirth, but Wonder Woman Rebirth is a hot mess, to be honest. To me, I'm not saying that the book is a hot mess, but what I mean is like her entire history is a hot mess, especially like what they did with the New 52 and then get into Rebirth, which you think they would try to solve that kind of stuff, but kind of really didn't go anywhere with it, which is kind of sad. Like, it's great that they made her costume like the movies, and don't get me wrong, I like Gal Gadot, but it's time for Wonder Woman to get rid of the movie costume. That's one thing that aggravates me, is when we take the movie stuff and try to add it on to the comic book characters and stuff like that. I mean, after a while, okay, the suit, all right, time for you to go back. Especially when they gave Superman and Batman back their classic looks, I thought Wonder Woman would soon follow, and she hasn't, and stuff like that. And that's kind of sad, to be honest. Um, when it comes to her, I just feel like they're almost scared to like make a move with the character, and I blame the fact that they retconned her history. That kind of killed what momentum she had for her, and not only just her entire supporting cast. Like, Wonder Woman's supporting cast barely shows up in her movie. I mean, not her movie, but in her comic books. You know, you got the Bat family, you got the Superman family that show up in Superman and Batman, and they even have their own spin-off books, but there's no Wonder Girl comic book solo run, there's no Donna Troy, there's no Nubia, there's no Artemis. You know how weird that is? Like, Batman, Superman family members get solo runs, and none of Wonder Woman's supporting cast can get a solo run. Then they don't even give her back her Sensational Comics, which Sensational Comics was running alongside Wonder Woman. It's basically the Action Comics and Detective Comics counterpart, and yet she's not there. That comic book isn't there, and that is so weird and baffling that it's not there. But for me, if I were going to do Wonder Woman, it'll be time to bring her back to what she was with the George Perez run, I believe. He tweaked it a few here or there, but it got the general basis of it. Introduces some great concepts or whatever. It was great that we got to see more of her supporting cast show up, more of the Amazons, more about her mother or whatever, more about her villains, because people should know Wonder Woman's villains just as much as they know Spider-Man, Batman, Superman villains. Hell, the Flash villains are starting to be more popular than Wonder Woman villains and stuff like that, and that's a sad shame. It's time for her to let go of this being the daughter of Zeus. It was stupid. The whole, oh, she has a twin brother, nope, that's stupid too. We're not even going to even talk about that one. Nope, doesn't exist. The only twin she should have is literally Nubia, you know. And then you have her little sister, Wonder Donna Troy, who was the original Wonder Girl or whatever, do that. But other than that, that whole brother crap, no, we're good. We don't need that one. We don't need him. What was the whole purpose? Was that? What was the whole purpose of that? Oh, she got a brother, unadded needed into the Wonder Woman mythos that you didn't really need. I'm sorry, I just don't think Wonder Woman needs to be a bastard child of Zeus. No, that's not what she should be. She literally should be clay with birthed by the gods. You know, that's really what she should be. No, she doesn't have a father. Not at all. That's the whole feminist thing, that she didn't have a man at all. You don't need a man to make her or whatever and stuff like that. So it was kind of weird that they made her a bastard child of Zeus when Cassie Stanmark, the second Wonder Girl, actually had that background. She actually had a story that went along with it, and it was a good one. So I didn't understand why take Cassie's story and give it to Wonder Woman. Because reasons. Because reasons. I just don't understand that to this day. That was weird. And then you have Donna Troy, the woman who can't really get her history straight to save her life. I mean, even though, it's quite frankly not that hard, but for some reason DC just loves to get even more complicated with her. I would prefer to, after, what they did with after what was it? Was it no was it Final Crisis, I believe? Or was it before Final Crisis? Oh, Infinite Crisis. Yes, Infinite Crisis, I believe, was like they gave her the universal orb where she realized that she knows all of her multiverses identities in life or whatever, and basically she was a magical twin clone of Wonder Woman or whatever and stuff like that, but she was kidnapped by the witch and stuff like that, grew up somewhere else in the Titans of Myth, and came back or something like that. I don't know, but just make her the little sister again to Wonder Woman. You know, Hippolyta wanted to give her a little sister and stuff like that. Used the magic mirror or something like that. She got kidnapped by some witch. The witch left her with this family to try to torment Hippolyta or whatever and stuff like that. You could do some stuff or whatever, and then just say that she had a whole bunch of different origins because the witch put those origins in her. Now she remembers that she has all the different lives, but she realized that she is the little sister of Diana, and call it a day. That's it. Stop trying to make it more complicated than what it needed to be. And then with Nubia, the same thing with Nubia you can do with Diana is basically Hippolyta had two clays, and one was light, one was dark or whatever. She sculpted both of them and stuff like that. She asked the gods to bless them. Of course, you got Diana first, and then later on she went back and got Nubia blessed it too as well. Some kind of villain or whatever back in Hippolyta's past comes to the island to invade them or whatever and stuff like that. This is the time where Diana and Nubia were both little babies and stuff like that. Somebody kidnaps Nubia thinking that they're taking Diana from her or whatever, stuff like that, even though that is one of her kids or whatever, but they just thought that it was a random Amazonian child or whatever and stuff like that. And the witch or somebody could have casted a spell or something like that, or took some of the Amazons with them or whatever and went to another island or something like that. Give it some kind of mystical reason of why she wasn't around or something like that, and maybe erase Hippolyta and the other Amazons memories of these Amazons being kidnapped or whatever and stuff like that, including Nubia. That way you can do a whole entire story of Wonder Woman and the Amazons discovering Nubia and the other missing Amazons on some kind of mystical island or whatever and junk like that. You know, just something. And with Cassie, just expand her thing, like the stuff that you were doing with Wonder Woman in the current Rebirth run and a little bit of New 52. You could have gave that to Cassie to flesh out her character a little bit more and stuff like that, because she is technically the daughter of Zeus. Instead of taking that stuff away and giving it to Diana, give it to Cassie and expand her character arc, expand that or whatever. And then you could probably have added Jason to Cassie. Bam, cool, there you go. It makes more sense than it would with Wonder Woman, because she is a demigod, and you know, her mother could be like, hey, I had a son, but part of the deal was, hey, I had to give the son to Zeus and I was able to keep you and stuff like that. You know, something to expand her character arc. And you could spend these three characters I just mentioned, Nubia, Cassie, and Donna, into some solo runs to build up that Wonder Woman thing. Give them their own villains. Give them a city that they can protect or whatever and stuff like that. Give them an island, or, you know, just to expand not only Wonder Woman mythology, but them as well. Because right now Artemis is doing fine with Red Hood and the Outlaws. That needs to stay. She done above and beyond with that, with her being part of Jason Todd's crew, and I love that. But yeah, you know, just expand that and you'll do fine. I feel like it's not that hard. I just want to see Diana and her entire mythology get more love and attention than these little gimmicks that they're given to. Because like I said, retcon all of the nonsense that you did with the New 52 and her being the daughter of Zeus and stuff like that. Expand on her actual sisters and Amazons and stuff like that. Give her some new villains. Give them their own new villains as well. And you have something good. And also give Sensational Comics books a relaunch and stuff like that. You know, we don't even have a Sensational Comics 1000, but we should have. And we don't. And that's weird that we do not have one. I'm really surprised DC didn't try to milk that one. But they're not really doing much with Diana, really. You know, it's time for y'all to really work on Diana and not try to do any gimmicky things, because the gimmicky things that you're doing with her world and her just doesn't work, to be honest. And that's just real talk. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. You guys got any suggestions for Wonder Woman or anything that you would like to see in Wonder Woman stuff? Let me know. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.